welcome back to my YouTube channel. So yeah, my name's Zara and thank you for clicking on this video. If you haven't, please subscribe, like and comment, and yeah, let's just get straight to it. So this video is all about what happens next when you get your teaching job. So I'm going to do it from my point of view. A lot of people have the same experience. Some people have a completely different experience. So yeah, I hope this is useful and helpful, and I will literally go through the steps all the way up until you get here and you have to do your Emirates ID, etc. So yeah, let's go. So the first step is you've got the job, they've congratulated you, they've either told you there and then you've got the job, or they've emailed you a few days later and they have given you the job. So normally a few days later, once they've done your references, they send you a letter of intent, or it might happen before the references, but normally it's after the references they send you your letter of intent. And this is like a mini contract, stating your pay, stating what they're going to offer you. Basically it's like it's like a letter that basically states everything that they're going to offer you, but in this letter. So that's the first step, your letter of intent. So the next thing that usually happens once you get your letter of intent, normally a pre-employment checklist normally comes with that, and that normally involves you getting your certificates attested. It normally means that you have to get passport photos taken. If you're married, you might need to get your marriage certificate attested. If you have children, children's birth certificates might be attested. You will also need to get like a DBS. So yeah, there's a few things that you will need to basically tick off before they send you your contract. This is how it happened for me. So I had to get all of these documents apart from my DBS, and then once I had them sorted, I sent them back to my HR department, and then I ended up getting my contract. So that's the third step, getting your contract. Once I got that, I literally got every person who I came into contact with to read this contract. Once they read it, I made them read it again. Everyone read this contract. Once you're all happy and you've discussed like the contract with everyone that you need to discuss it with, then you basically sign your life away. Okay, you don't sign your life away, but yeah, you're good to go and you sign your contract. And yeah, pretty much that is it. So after you've signed the contract, you pretty much do nothing. Yes, like nothing happens. You do not hear from them. I did not hear from. I started thinking like, do I have a job? Like considering this was in the middle of a pandemic, and I remember I think it was about May, and in the UK you have to hand in your notice, and I was like, oh my god, I have not heard anything from this school. Am I like going? So like, what is going on? So you just hear nothing. And I've spoken to a few other people and they literally, no one, you don't hear a thing. You literally do not hear a thing for a while. Do you know what? If you do feel like what is going on, check in with your school. I checked in with the director here and there and my HR department. And yeah, so honestly, if you feel like what is going on, check in. An email doesn't hurt, and I'm sure they will reply. They might take a few days, but they will definitely reply. So yeah, check in with your school. So this bit is where I've heard different stories for different things. Okay, so with my school, they issued me a ADEC pass token. So there's some schools, I'm not sure how it works in Dubai, but in Abu Dhabi they issue you with an ADEC, like a token it's called, and it's basically where you upload all of your documents to ADEC Pass. Once I did this, this is your go-ahead to apply for your DBS. Well, this was what my school told me, because they wanted my DBS to be in date of when I was coming in. So I think it was like, I think I did it in like end of May, June, and like yeah, August. It was, they wanted 3 months in advance, and I was obviously going in August. So yeah, that's 2 months. Yeah, had to count. So yeah, they wanted it in date. So I then applied for my DBS, and then once I got that, I uploaded that to ADEC Pass as well. So once you have all of your documents and you have the go-ahead uploaded all to ADEC Pass, I have heard that sometimes you can be back and forth with ADEC Pass, and it does take a while. So honestly, do not worry. I think mine took about 2.5 weeks to 2.5 weeks to go ahead, like 2.5 weeks to get approval. Yeah, and I have heard that some people have been back and forth, so they would upload all their documents and then ADEC Pass would want more information. So do not be worried if that is the case. It's basically like a common thing. So yeah, once you've done that, you're pretty much good to go. You just need to wait for basically your HR to send your flight details and for you to get ready to come here. So the next step would be I had to go and get my PCR, then my PCR test, and then I literally the next day I flew out. So that would be the next step in the process. Once you've uploaded, again, you might not hear anything from your school. So yeah, like I said, just always check in. That is one of the main things to do, check in. So I think I'm on the 8th step now. So the 8th step is you are here. So you are in Abu Dhabi or the UAE, and yeah, you're here. What most schools do is they tend to get you out like a week to 10 days before. So I got out here, I think I got out here about 10 days before, because I had to isolate. Yes, I was here a little bit earlier, but in normal circumstances, you will be out here a week to 10 days before, because new starters normally tend to start a week before the old staff return. So yeah, during that week, so for example, let's say you came on your start date was the 16th, so you might fly out a few days before the 16th, and then you start on the 16th, and then during that time you have CPDs, you have orientation, so you get to meet new staff, you get to meet the head of years, you get to meet basically who you're going to be working with and all of the new staff in that week. And then the old staff okay, so the returning staff, should I say, they then come the week after you. So yeah, so if you come on the 16th, I think, like just say the 22nd, the returning staff then start a week after you have started. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, during this, it's normally like insets, meeting your team, meeting what year you're in, what grade you're in, planning teams, and team bonding, and just getting to know each other, getting to know your school, finding your way round, etc. Even now, like, I still don't know the way around my school. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely that, use that time to like familiarize yourself with school, because you're going to be there, because that's why you're there. So yeah, school. So yeah, use those weeks to like familiarize yourself around with the school, because I know some schools are huge, some schools are small, and I can imagine like my school doesn't have a swimming pool, but I know there's some schools with swimming pools, like massive gyms. So yeah, definitely use those weeks while it's quiet and there's no children in, to like really familiarize yourself with the school building. So the last thing that normally happens is you start work, obviously. So once you've started work, HR are then normally like applying for your visa, applying for your medical. So first thing is the visa and your ID, so your Emirates ID. That is what normally starts off first. And when I went, I can't even remember the whole process, but it was really, really weird. It was literally when HR told you to go and do something, you needed to go and do it. So from what I remember, It involves basically, sometimes you might have to get a piece of paper and you might just have to go to a place and get that piece of paper stamped. It involves you getting your medical, your fingerprints taken. It can be tedious. Yes, it can be the most long process ever. However, once you have it, once you have your Emirates ID, you can literally do everything and anything with this Emirates ID. So it's like gold. It's like a golden piece of paper once you have this Emirates ID. But yeah, you pretty much don't really so yeah, my workplace, it was literally, you didn't really know what was going on. Yeah, once your HR told you, okay, you need to go and do this, then you had to go and do it. And then yeah, later on health insurance followed on, and basically that was kind of it. Yeah, and then things just fall into place afterwards, and you just realize that you live in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the steps that I had to follow, and hope it was helpful. I feel like it was a bit wishy-washy, but that is pretty much what happened for me. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative and it's helped you if you are coming over in the summer. Like I said, some things might be the same, some things might be completely different. So yeah, I have friends in other schools and they have had completely different experiences to me. Some have the same experiences, but like I said, it just really depends on, it just depends on your school. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, please, to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you all very soon. So yeah, bye guys.